Welcome to Fourth and Prime with Bradley and Alec, the top NFL show on YouTube. Tonight on the show, we're going to talk about our top 5 trade candidates, look at a mock draft, and give our thoughts on it, and give our Super Bowl predictions and picks, and grade all the new head coaches in the NFL. And we're going to jump right in with our top 5 trade candidates, and I will let you go first, Brad. The way I did it is I did top 5 guys that I think could get traded, and I did 2 teams that I think they would fit on.
Okay. I'll start with Kyler Murray. I think he has to be tops on a lot of people's lists. I could see him going to the Jets or trying to think of another team.
Steelers?
That needs a quarter. I don't know though. Do you think he play well under Mike McCarthy? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the Steelers need a Mike McCarthy said he wants to give Will Howard a chance, but
okay.
I think that's just coach.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who.
Maybe the Steelers.
I would say Cleveland, but they already have a bunch of quarterbacks. They don't need another one, so that doesn't make any sense.
So that's number 5. Who's number 4?
Number 4, I'm gonna go with linebacker Patrick Queen, who played with the Steelers last year. I'll put him in that conversation. I'd say the Buccaneers. I think Levante David could be gone as far as retiring.
I'm not going to spoil it, but one of the guys I have on my list currently plays for the Raiders, and I'm not giving the name away, but one of the teams I have him going to is the Buccaneers.
And I would think, let's see, trying to think of anyone else that would need
Jets, maybe?
The Jets would need defense. How about DJ Moore? Now, I know that might sound way out there because he was one of the big weapons for Caleb Williams. The Bears obviously got to the divisional round of the playoffs, but anybody could use a wide receiver. The Jets obviously could use a wide receiver. They can use about everything.
Other than Garrett Wilson, Garrett Wilson's still there.
I would say them and maybe Arizona to go along with
Marvin Harrison Jr.
So those are 3. So I need 2 more. Let's see.
I'm surprised you haven't said the name Brandon Ayuk yet.
He is not on my list, actually. Not all the ones that I had. I'll take Alvin Kamara. I think he's done in New Orleans. I think he's done. And obviously, you need a team that needs a running back. How would it be? Yeah, I know the Bucs have Bucky Irvin, but Rashad White is going to be gone. Maybe he changes organizations and goes individual or
area codes.
Trying to think of anybody.
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs. Oh yeah. Well, I mean Patrick Mahomes, absolutely, because Mahomes is coming off of a serious,
really bad knee injury.
Yeah. So there's number 2. Number 1. How about I'll go Quan Martin of the Washington Commanders. Again, another defensive player. And let's see. Commanders are armed. Okay. So he was a former second-round pick. Trying to think of, he's always a pass rusher. Okay. Passer, yes. Yeah. Or is he a wide receiver? I'm not really sure. Doesn't really tell me what position he plays.
I think he's a pass rusher.
I would say the Buccaneers need some pass rushers. TJ Watt could be gone. So I would say those are my 5.
Number 5. A.J. Brown, Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles talked about trading him at the deadline.
Yeah.
And it never ended up happening.
Yeah.
I have the Steelers. They need another number. Metcalf, I'm sorry to say this, DK Metcalf is not a number 1 receiver. The only reason he was the number one this year in Pittsburgh is because they didn't really have any good number one options. If you get A.J. Brown, he becomes your number one. And DK Metcalf is not a bad number two. And then the second team, Brad, you might like this. I got the New England Patriots.
Okay.
That's where everybody's predicting him to go, either there or Buffalo. I could just imagine Drake May to A.J. Brown 10 to 15 times a game.
I like that. I like that.
Number 4, Tua Tagovailoa, Miami Dolphins. And I might be crazy for this because I know we've talked about this one other time and how ridiculous the money is for trading him or cutting him. But number 2 would be the Jets for Tua. They need a quarterback. I know it's in division. I know Dolphins fans are not going to like it. Get over it. You get a new quarterback. Hafley's probably going to want to bring it, either sign or bring in his own quarterback. So Tua is going to be gone. And number 1 would be for Tua would be the Steelers. I feel like he'd fit right in the Mike McCarthy system. And it would just make all the sense in the world. Number 3, Brandon Ayuk, 49ers. And before I get to the two teams that need to trade for him, I'm going to say this. There is a world where Brandon Ayuk just gets released by the 49ers, which John Lynch has talked about on vigorous occasions. But if he does get traded, the first team would be the Ravens. I like Zay Flowers, but you can't trust Rashad Bateman. And, I mean, I know Hopkins has said he wants to come back again, but DeAndre Hopkins is not, it's not the same DeAndre Hopkins. Mm-mm. So get Brandon Ayuk, and if he gets cut, you can get him probably cheap. He'll probably take a nice, hefty pay cut to go play somewhere where he'll get targeted. And number 1 for Brandon Ayuk, and I think this team's going to be number 1 on everybody's board for a wide receiver, the Buffalo Bills. Because they've already talked about they want to trade Keon Coleman in the offseason, if they can. And why not replace him with Brandon Ayuk? Number 2, another Dolphin. And no, it's not Tyreek Hill. Because I think Tyreek Hill is going to get cut. Unfortunately, and he's probably either going to end up in LA with the Chargers or in Kansas City. It is safety Mika Fitzpatrick of the Miami Dolphins. And the two teams I think that need to trade for him. The first one, number 2, is the Tennessee Titans. The Titans have a new head coach in Robert Saleh. And I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't Mika Fitzpatrick play for Robert Saleh in New York?
I don't remember, bud. I don't remember off the top of my head if he did or he didn't.
If he did, it'd be a nice little reunion. If he didn't, it wouldn't hurt to give Miami a call and say, look, we'll give you he's not going to be worth a first-round pick at this point of his career. Maybe second, maybe third. So day 2, day 3 pick. And the first team that needs to trade for him is the Las Vegas Raiders. I know they still don't have a head coach yet. They'll find one. But I think they should make an offer for a trade offer for Mika Fitzpatrick. Number 1, this guy's name's been floated around in trade discussions for the last 2.5 years. Pass rusher Max Crosby from the Las Vegas Raiders. The two teams that need to trade from. Number 2 is the Baltimore Ravens. Could you imagine him in a Ravens uniform? It would bring back nightmares of the old-time Ravens with Ray Lewis and Terrell Suggs, Ed Reed, Max Crosby with the Ravens. Sign me up. And number 1, it's kind of obvious. It's the Buccaneers. Pass rush was an issue. It's been an issue the last 2 years, 2.5, 3 years. That's why we can't get out of the first round when we make the playoffs. Since the Brady era, that's why we can't get past the first round. It's because of the pass rush. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to look at a mock draft by ESPN here in a second. And we are going to see whether we agree with their mock draft projected. It's by Mel Kiper. Surprise, surprise.
I was going to say ESPN. It's got to be Mel Kiper.
Yep. Because the other guy's not with them anymore. Oh, no, Todd McShay is. Never mind. Todd McShay's still with them. Share screen. Right there. So at number one, I think this is the most obvious number one pick. The Raiders taking Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah,
I would say that's an A plus.
Absolutely,
like that right on the head. No argument from either of us.
No.
Number two, the Jets, since they can't get their quarterback, they're going to take linebacker Arvell Reese from Ohio State. Do you have an issue with that?
Nope, I have no issue with that at all.
What would you grade that? A?
Yes. They need everything, bud. So, yeah. I mean, they got to start somewhere.
Well, the Jets ranked 31st in sacks with 26, and Will McDonald was the only player on the team with more than 4.
That's, yeah. They need pass rushing and defense.
Jermaine Johnson heading into his 5th-year option season, meaning the depth chart could be thinning out. Yeah, I would agree. I mean, Arvell Reese had a really good season at Ohio State. And we talked about him over on our college football podcast a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And how good that defense for Ohio State was. So he's one of the first Buckeyes to go in the draft. So I agree he gets an A. Let's see what the Cardinals, they have the Cardinals ticket. Okay, this is another A.
Yep, I agree. Offensive line. Absolutely.
Yeah, they need offensive line. Calvin Beacham is a free agent. Mayanoa could slide in at right tackle and help bring James Conner, Trey Benson. Big runs season. Yeah, A. Okay. This David Bailey's a first-round pick to me, and I don't know about you. Do you feel like he's a first-round pick?
He is actually the one that I looked at, but had Carnell Tate going in this spot to Tennessee. Which, if you read down there, you could see that he's in there too to help Cam Moore. I mean, he's an outside linebacker.
To me, this is too.
You think it's too high?
Yeah, I would say he's a first round pick, but not top 5. Okay. Like this, I've seen mock drafts, and people are starting to put David Bailey in a top 5. I think this is a Reuben Bain spot right here for the Titans. What would you give this? I'm going to say a C plus.
Yeah, I'll go with the same. I'll do the same.
I'm not going to say. Would you say it's a reach?
Like I said, yes, it is. Like I said, the one that I have in front of me has Carnell Tate in this spot. So, yeah, we'll see which way the Titans decide to go with that 4th overall pick. Yeah.
At number 5.
There.
Said the aforementioned Carnell Tate to the Giants. Yes, this is a plus.
Yes.
Need to get Jackson Dart a weapon.
And they got a new head coach in John Harbaugh. So, yeah, I mean, why not?
And you got Malik Neighbors coming back next year, Cam Scotabo, and probably Wan'Dale Robinson. You just add Carnell Tate to that. No issues with that.
Nope.
The Browns at 6. Spencer Fano, offensive tackle. A.
Yeah. Again, they need to. Them in Tennessee need to protect their quarterback. So absolutely.
And it says either tackle spot. Cam Robinson and Jack Conklin are both free agents. So I could see Cleveland pairing Fano with DeJuan Jones, who is returning from a knee injury, and trying to improve middle of the road pass protection. The Commander. Oh, this. If Ruben Bain somehow falls to 7, the Commanders need to run that card up to the podium. They would be salivating if Ruben Bain fell outside the top 6. A plus.
Yeah, I agree.
There's no, like I said, if he's there at 7, and the Commanders are like, why have the top 6 not taken him? No question. Number 8, the Saints. Jordan Tyson, wide receiver, Arizona State. I know the Saints need more weapons for Tyler Shuck, but do you think this? I think Tyson might fall down the board a little bit.
Okay.
Because of his history of injuries, and that might scare teams away.
Yeah,
but I like the pick.
This is where I had David Bailey in the one that I have.
So they had B. What would you give this pick, though? B?
Yes. Yeah, I would, bud. Yes, I would.
Because you agree with what I was saying, that he's probably going to fall. Why do I have a feeling the Chiefs in this mock draft are going to take Jeremiah Love?
That's who I was going to say.
yeah, okay. Just give them another weapon. Like they really need. I mean, they actually do need running back. Improving the run game could open up the offense in a big way. The Chiefs were in the bottom half of the league rushing yards per carry, 4.2, and 10 plus yards, 44 this season. Isaiah Pacheco, Kareem Hunt, both free agents. Oh yeah, they need a running back. Yep, that's an A. Unfortunately, the Bengals. Yeah, there's no way Caleb Downs should fall outside the top 10. This is another pick where you run the card up to the podium. If somebody tries to trade up with you that wants Caleb Downs, you say you have to give me your first round picks for the next 2 years.
Right.
That is the only way the Bengals trade out of 10. Caleb Downs, the Bengals need defense. Every mock draft I've done, I've given the Bengals defense or an offensive lineman. So that's an A. The Dolphins at 11. Why are you giving them another pass rusher? They just took one last year. We don't know if Tua Tagovailoa will still be the Dolphins quarterback next season, but either way, it's probably too late for Alabama's Ty Simpson. We do know defense could use some work, though. And because Jeff off his background, Jamon McCoy, that's a guy I can see falling, is Jamon McCoy. But Kedrick Folk, E minus?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, here's the first of the 2 Cowboys picks. So, okay. Sonny Styles, linebacker, Ohio State. Third Buckeye to be taken. I like it. The Cowboys need to help that defense.
And actually, it's funny. I was watching a thing today from Pat McAfee, and they had Jimmy Johnson on talking about Bill Belichick getting shafted from not making the Hall of Fame. And he actually mentioned that Jerry talked to him and he said, he goes, if you guys get one defensive player that could help. So maybe Styles is that guy that could help.
They need more. They have another first round pick later on. So, but this gets an A. I mean, like we just said, they need help on defense. So that's 12. 13, the Rams. Jermod McCoy, cornerback out of Tennessee. I'm gonna say this. This gets a. I'm not gonna say a C. It gets a B minus.
Okay.
Because he's apparently had a horrible week at the senior. Yeah, he's been getting just toasted by wide receivers. And everybody that's doing mock drafts now has him falling outside the top 15.
Okay.
So that's why it's got to be minus for me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I agree, bud.
The Ravens at 14. Ooh, Mekhi Lemon? Yeah. A. Let's get an A minus. The Ravens need receiver. I mean, yes, you have Zay Flowers, but you need a number 2. And Mekhi Lemon, a receiver room of Zay Flowers and Mekhi Lemon scares me more than a receiver room of Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, and 30-plus-year-old DeAndre Hopkins. No offense, DeAndre Hopkins. I like it, but the Buccaneers at 15. Kenyon Sadiq, tight end, Oregon.
I mean, K-Don's a free agent, and I've been hearing rumors that Kyle Pitts is available.
Well, I've also heard, and I don't know how much truth or validity I put into it, that Mike Evans apparently might leave Tampa. I don't.
No, I don't see that happening. No.
I don't either.
No.
I like the pick, though. I don't think it's too early to take him. Hopefully he turns out better than O.J. Howard did.
We all remember that pick.
Oh, don't remind me. Please. I still have horrible nightmares about that pick when there was better players on the board. So that gets an A. The Jets. Oh boy. You see my reaction to this pick. Why? I know you need a quarterback. Ty Simpson.
Well, would you consider him, Bud, the second best quarterback behind Mendoza in the draft? Or do you see...
I see a steep fall off.
Okay.
After Mendoza. No slack or anything towards Simpson. I think he might go at the end of the first round, but this is a little too high. C minus.
Okay, I agree.
And I'm sorry, Alabama fans. Ty Simpson is not a top 16 pick. The Lions take Vega Owene from Penn State. Detroit took guard Tate Rutledge in the second round of the 2025 draft, but they still have issues in the interior. The Lions were 31st pass block win rate. Yeah, A plus. A plus for me.
Yep.
The Vikings at 18 take I love this pick. I got to watch him when he was at Virginia Tech. Slick moving DB, doesn't give up a lot of big plays. That's something the Vikings need on defense.
Okay, I agree.
Oh, the Panthers. C.J. Allen, linebacker out of Georgia. Christian Roseboom. Yeah, I mean, if they're going to lose Christian Roseboom, they need a linebacker. And C.J. Allen, I feel like, fits in Carolina. Maybe he's the next Luke Kuechly. A minus.
Yep.
Number 20, the Dallas Cowboys. Wow. This is the first time I've seen him in the first round. Akeem Mesidor out of Miami.
B.
B minus.
Okay.
I've heard he's had a good Senior Bowl, so maybe. Who's next? The Steelers at 21. Yeah, if they don't trade for one of the receivers I talked about, easily could see them drafting Denzel Boston, and that's probably the most likely. Oh, I really want to get quarterback to the Steelers in this spot. It's possible Ole Miss Trinidad Chambliss finds himself in the first round conversation. Obviously, depending on what happens with NCAA eligibility lawsuit.
Yeah.
So they're saying if Chambliss does not, if he does win it, he's going back to Ole Miss. If he loses, he'll probably go here.
Yeah.
I still like the pick though. A minus.
Yep, I agree. They gotta get weapons.
Ooh, Chargers take Peter Woods, defense tackle out of Clemson. A plus. They need to get young on that deep in the defensive line, defense tackle room. Haven't seen. Oh, here's AJ Terrell's younger brother, Avion Terrell. Why are we giving? Why are we giving the Eagles more help on defense? They have Cooper DeJean. They have Quinyon Mitchell. But neither one did. Carter barely played down the stretch, and Alexander stepped away from football in mid-November. I mean, yeah, I guess this makes sense. But if they trade A.J. Brown, this would be a spot for a receiver.
Mm-hmm.
I still like the pick, but again, why are we giving them more DBs?
More defensive help.
Ooh. Browns at 24 via the Jags. Zachariah Branch, wide receiver, Georgia. I'll let you take this one first since you're the SEC.
Again, it's not going to hurt. Obviously, you have a quarterback room that's full of quarterbacks. You got to have weapons to throw the ball to. And being, let's see, it says second after Cleveland mock draft. Wide receiver group driven than the Browns. Their wide receiver total only 1,000. Wow, the lowest in the league. Wow. Yeah. Branch will help. Let's see. You have JSN and Puka Nacua had more yards single-handedly than the entire wide receiver room for Cleveland.
Well, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, they need all the wide receiver help they can get. Absolutely.
B. I'm going to say B.
I'd say B. Yeah, I'd say B, bud. Yep.
To me, he's still a little raw. I mean, I know he played at Georgia, and they put a lot of receivers in the NFL, but I still say that he needs a lot of polishing, and I think Todd Monken, who we'll go over in a minute, can help him. The Bears at 25. Oh, here's another Buckeye, the fourth one. Caden McDonald, defensive tackle. The Bears are in the best player, the BPA territory. Edge rusher would be obviously be a target. But once Akeem Mesidor went off the board at number 20, the value disappeared at the position. Maybe Texas A&M catch Howell, but why kick inside instead of dress interior? Kevon Dexter is entering a contract year. Grady Jarrett will be turning 33. Huh. And most definitely are those two. Namely, Andrew Billings and Chris Williams. I like it too. Buffalo Bills. Yep. What did we say? They need receiver?
Yep. There you go.
Chris Bledsoe, the second wide receiver, Tennessee. As Buffalo looks for a new coach, hint, hint, they found one. Promoted from within, and we'll talk about him in a little bit. It might also start evaluating its wide receiver room. The Bills haven't had a true receiver one nor any pass catcher clear 850 yards since Stephon Diggs was traded in 2024. When injuries started to pile up position in the playoffs, things got worse. I like the pick of Chris Brazel, and I feel like this is the perfect spot for him because he could go right into maybe being their number one. So, A.
Yeah. A.
The 49ers at 27. Caleb Lomu offensive tackle. Yeah.
Yep.
And you can play him at guard, and then once Trent Williams retires, you just swing him outside the tackle.
I agree.
Trent Williams is going to be 38. Lord. Texans. Offensive tackle slash guard. Caden Proctor, Alabama. Houston turned offensive line upside down. But offense and full makeover effort. But that wasn't enough to improve a unit. 31st in pass blocking. Yeah.
If you want to protect
CJ Stroud.
Yeah, you want to make sure that you, definitely offensive line.
The Rams at 29. This is the first I've heard of this guy going in the first round. Monroe Freeling, tackle slash guard out of Georgia. Okay. Before we give this a grade, Drew Aller, Carson Beck, those guys are not first round picks.
Actually, the draft board that I have that is in front of me has Ty Simpson going in this spot. So,
who they had the Rams taking at 29?
Ty Simpson.
Okay, so they do have him taking quarterback. And your mock draft, they have him taking quarterback. Correct. But yeah, Carson Beck and Drew Aller in the first round. Chambliss, maybe. But Monroe Freeling, A, B plus.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it's not a reach, but he's been having a really good Shrine Bowl / Senior Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So, number 30, the Broncos. Caleb Beck. Oh, here's a Florida boy. You take this one.
Interest on the Banks in 3 games. He had 4.5 sacks. Yeah, I could see the Broncos getting him, and he wouldn't have to really trade colors either.
No.
Blue and orange to blue and orange. He wouldn't really have to trade too many colors. I could see
A minus.
I'd say B minus.
Would you say a home run pick, or is that too?
I would say that's too. Yeah, that's no. I wouldn't
too steep.
Too steep. Yeah.
Patriots at 31. There it is. Cassius Howell, outside linebacker, Texas A&M. Yeah, they need pass rush. And who do we got? And that's an A. I don't know about you.
Yep. Nope. I agree.
And the Seahawks at 32. Brandon Cisse out of South Carolina. Yeah, they need
corner.
Well, it says they could go TJ Parker. I just don't. I've watched tape on Cisse. He could be a back end of the first round guy. Okay. TJ Parker to me is not a first round pick. He's day 2. And that is it for that. Now, we get back over here. And we go to I know the Super Bowl's next weekend, ladies and gentlemen. But we are going to make our Super Bowl pick and predictions right now on the show. Brad, I will let you go first and take it away. Because I know you're the Patriots fan here.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this since last weekend when the Patriots and the Seahawks were in the Super Bowl. I I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be close for a good amount of the game. I think at the end of the day, and I know that I'm a Pats fan, but I'm going to take the Seahawks 32-28. I'm just going to – they have too much firepower, and, Jigba is going to be too much. Gonzalez is going to be working his butt off all night. It's going to be 30-28, something like that. The Seahawks will get a field goal late in the game to
Are the Seahawks going to make the same mistake they did the last time they played the Patriots in the Super Bowl?
No, actually, no, I don't think that's going to happen. They don't have Marshawn Lynch anyway, but no, I don't believe that will happen. Their head coach is both head coaches that are in the Super Bowl are both good. I just think unless the Patriots can get some turnover, I just don't think they have the offensive firepower to hang with the Seahawks.
Well, it is the Patriots. It is Sam Darnold.
Yeah, but Sam Darnold, the last few years, with in Minnesota and then this year in Seattle, and he has the weapons to win. They have a good running game. They have, it's going to be close. I just think this will be Seattle's revenge from the beast mode Super Bowl that they should have won, because I don't know what in the world you're doing by not handing the ball off a half yard away from the end zone. I don't know. That's just me.
I'm also going to say Seahawks, and I think it's going to be 30-28.
Yeah, that's what I think it will be too, but I agree with that score.
And now we get to grading the new head coach hirings. And Brad has the list.
Yes, so I printed all of the new ones out. There were 12 jobs available. 10 of them have been filled. There are still 2 coaching jobs that are still up for grabs, and that would be the Arizona Cardinals. Who am I forgetting? Who's the
Raiders.
Raiders. So the first one I have is Kevin Stefanski with the Atlanta Falcons. I would give this grade a B+. He struggled with the quarterbacks in Cleveland. He does have Michael Penix when he comes back. They do have Bijan Robinson and Drake London. That's good offensive weapons. But what Penix are you going to get coming off of an injury? And
the thing is, I've heard it's his 5th knee injury.
Yeah, I think he tore both ACLs in college.
He did.
Both of his ACLs in college. So coming into the draft, when he was drafted, they were worried about that with his knees. So
I would also give that a B. Stefanski to the Falcons a B+.
Yeah.
How long is it going to last before they say, look, we need to get a new head coach in here again?
Right. And then it'll be good for the rest of the NFC South with the Buccaneers and the Saints and the Carolina Panthers. The second one, but I have is Jesse Minter. He's the new head coach in Baltimore. Yes, I have him as an A. Good pick. Of course, you have Lamar, obviously.
I don't think it needs. I don't think it needs any explaining.
But
yeah, if you know, you know.
Right. The next one is Jeff Haley, who's the new head coach in Miami. Halfley. I'm sorry.
C. C minus.
I have it as a C+, bud. But yeah, I would agree with that. I don't think that was a very good pick. They could have got better. And Miami's an enigma anyway, because you're going to obviously lose Tua. Tyreek Hill's probably going to be gone. So it's going to be a rebuild.
Maybe Mika Fitzpatrick's gone too.
Yeah. And I think now if you look at it, you look at what these new head coaches are doing, and you're winning right away. So they're going to expect you to win right away. It's not going to be one of those, we'll give them a year or two. No. They're going to want you to win right away. So I don't know too much about that one. The next one is John Harbaugh with the Giants. That's an A.
A+
in my book.
Doesn't need an explanation.
Yeah, he's fine. The next one is Robert Saleh. The
B
Tennessee,
minus.
yeah, he has a lot of work to do. The Titans are a mess. He's going to have a lot
I'll
of
say
work to do.
this: I think he's going to get a much longer leash in Tennessee than he did in New York.
New York, no, well, I mean, yeah, that's that.
The media in New York is just
Yeah,
ugh.
eat you for breakfast. They'll eat you for breakfast.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner,
Yeah. The
and
next
dessert.
one is Mike McCarthy with the Steelers.
B minus.
Yeah, this is a C.
I'm sorry to say this. Old, washed, just needs to retire.
Yeah, this is a C for me. I don't know. I don't know. I would have.
Steelers could have done better.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah, and then the latest one, obviously, is Todd Monken leaving Baltimore to become a head coach in Cleveland. Again, another team that is in shambles. So I will wish him the best of luck. That's a C for me when it comes to
C
Monken.
minus.
Yeah, when it comes to Monken. Yep.
Is that it?
That's it. That's the only ones that I have. Unless I'm forgetting somebody, but that was all the coaches that I had down.
Okay, now we can go over the two openings. Who do you think takes the Raiders job?
Well,
It's not going to be Gruden.
Yeah, I was gonna say it won't be John Gruden. I listened to an interview after this afternoon on T-Grass, and he basically bashed the Raiders, especially if they get rid of Max Crosby. So he's definitely not going to Vegas.
Or going back to Vegas.
I don't know, but I don't know. I mean, do you
Jason Garrett?
I mean, do you go college? Do you go after a college coach? You try to get Dabble
It
Sweeney?
didn't work with Chip Kelly as the offensive coordinator.
Maybe they promote from within. So,
Maybe they didn't like the.
Speaking of that, I forgot about that one. You had the coach of the Bills,
Joe Brady.
Joe Brady.
A plus.
Yes, I would agree. I would agree with that.
I would say Patrick. I think Patrick Graham is still the defensive coordinator for the Raiders. Do you just promote him to the head coach?
I would think so. Why not?
And then bring in Jim Schwartz to be your new defensive coordinator?
Absolutely.
Because Jim Schwartz is gone from Cleveland. He's ticked off that he didn't get the head coaching job. I don't blame him.
Yep. No, I agree. I would agree with that.
And then the Cardinals.
I mean, is it a obviously it's not going to be Mike Tomlin because I don't think he's going to coach that quickly.
No.
I don't know if he wants to go to a team that's going to be
Belichick.
I don't. That's hard to say because
not Bill.
Oh, you're talking about
the son,
Steve. But I thought that with North Carolina that I guess if anything happened to him, Steve takes over automatically. But I guess if I could see them taking a shot at somebody like him.
I could too.
Because, I mean, what do you have to lose? Arizona, I mean, you have Jacoby Brissett. Obviously, they're going to have to go get a rookie. They'll probably draft a quarterback somewhere within the draft so maybe Drew Aller. I don't know. Maybe it's Brissett. But, yeah, somebody along those lines is going to have to be the next young quarterback in Arizona. So, yeah.
Garrett. Who's maybe they do take a shot on a college coach.
Well, you could. How about Jason Garrett? He could go.
Yeah, Jason Garrett.
Or I mean, even Jason Garrett in whatchamacallit?
What about Matt? Oh, I just thought of this one, and it makes me puke in my mouth. Matt Nagy.
No, I don't think they go that far. I don't think.
Yeah, I think people are scared away from Matt Nagy. Yeah. And Andy Reid's like, oh, why hasn't Matt Nagy got a head coaching job? I wonder why.
Yeah.
Just ask the Bears.
Yeah.
What happened with Matt Nagy?
Mm-hmm.
Two different quarterbacks. And I mean, Trubisky's still in the NFL making
Yeah.
a boatload of money as a backup. And then whoever the other guy was. Oh, wait. It was Justin Fields. And they didn't know how to use him. And that's the issue I have with like the Steelers should have re-signed Justin Fields. He should not have ended up on the Jets because the Jets, as we've come to learn, don't know how to use quarterbacks.
Mm-mm.
Look at Sam Darnold.
Yep.
They ruined him. Look at Brady Cook. Maybe they get Brady Cook an opportunity.
That's a possibility. Well, I mean, Aaron Glenn's fired half his staff already with 1 year in. He's fired half of his staff. He fired 9 coaches already. I read something today. He's fired 9 coaches, 9 position coaches already. First year, you fired 9 coaches. So,
well, I mean, I don't blame them. Look, we saw the mock draft. Look at their 31st in pass on rushing the quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's diabolically. Ugh, that's disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah, so whoever goes there, be ready.
It's not going to be fun.
Yep.
Well, before we get out of here, why don't you tell them about your show?
So, yeah, but we'll be on, guys, at 8 o'clock. We'll be talking about the new possible targeting change coming up in college football. We'll talking, like I said, the Royal Rumble is coming up on Saturday. We'll preview that. We'll talk about the Super Bowl, obviously. We can go back over the national championship. No, was that 2 weeks ago? Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. But anyway, we were talking about that. Anything else that comes up? Spring training's right around the corner. Sure, some MLB talk will be coming up. But yeah, join us at 8 o'clock. We'll be on there on the Walk Report. So we will see you guys at 8.
And ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up the first episode and episode 33 overall of all the podcasts we do because we keep it under one thing. So we will see you next week with 2 more podcast episodes, whether it be baseball or another pro football. We will let everybody know on Monday. But until the next time, we will see everybody when we see everybody. If you could join at 8 o'clock over on Brad's YouTube to watch the Walker Report, join. But I, myself, will be back tomorrow with another 2-round mock draft and talking about my thoughts about the new Buccaneers offensive coordinator. But until then, see everybody when I see you. Have a wonderful night.
Good night, guys.